Hello there and welcome to the channel again. Hope all of you are okay. And today I will be sharing a video, but most of these items that I will be discussing here is they are mostly questions from our members that they have posted, and some of them they messaged me. And I realized that we just need to clarify a few more things about the pledge loan so people will really understand it, because I am a big believer of the pledge loan being a really incredible and really powerful tool to boost your credit, to build your profile with Navy Federal, and it just helps you in general. And it can almost cost you nothing. So it's really a great one, and I'm a big believer of that. So as you can tell, a lot of my videos are about the pledge loan. So hopefully, as I answer these questions, this will also help a lot of you out there who may have questions about some technicalities of the pledge loan. And I think this is really important to know. Okay, so we will get to the questions right away. Okay, first question is from Ada Lopez. Hi there, Ada. This is actually your question, and I tried to answer that today. And today, you actually asked, how do you pay the remaining $25 of your pledge loan, since it is stating a different date or a different due date on your app and on your account? That's a good question. So Ada, I think, really did the minimum $250 loan, a pledge loan, and paid off 225 of that, if I believe, and she has only $25 left. And she was asking if should she be making a monthly payment on the remaining $25 of her pledge loan until the end of her term. Now, the answer is yes, you can do that, because the $25, you can divide that into 6, because remember, with a $250 pledge loan, the term is for 6 months. Now, you can pay off the $25 pledge loan on your due date that is indicated or as stated in your Navy Federal app on your account, on your pledge loan account, because you will actually see right there when your next due date is going to be. And I think this is where it confuses a lot of folks, because once they have that pledge loan account get reflected on the app, on their account summary, that it is 6 months, or whenever the term of the pledge loan is going to be. So now, I was confused with this myself, actually, when I started it. But the thing is, remember, when you paid the pledge loan and you paid 90% or 80%, think of what you just did. You paid in advance, okay? When you paid in advance, that means it is okay not to be paying the monthly payments, since you paid it ahead of time. Now, of course, it will state in your account summary for the pledge loan that your next due date usually is not the next month, okay? It will usually give you a date which coincides with your maturity date. And so, again, a lot of people get confused with that. Now, if you don't believe me, and if you are in doubt, and it's always good to ask questions, call Navy Federal and you will get the answer. They gave me the same answer, okay? So if you are in doubt, just give them a call and ask them about it, okay? Just so it's for your peace of mind, okay? So like I said, again, you paid ahead of time. You paid 90% of that loan. So your monthly payments that were supposedly that you were supposed to pay every month, you paid in advance. And this also applies not only to the $250 minimum loan, but if you have a big loan as well, let's say $30,000, and you have maybe a minimum monthly payment of, let's say, $300 or $400, but you paid 90% of that, And of course, they will say that your monthly payment is 385 or 400. And because you paid that ahead of time, guess what? You do not have to pay the monthly payment until it's due. And you will also see this on your statements. If you are in doubt, again, confirm it with Navy Federal for your peace of mind. Because I know there were a lot of folks who asked me about this, okay? So even if you have this minimum monthly payment, remember, you paid ahead of time. So you pretty much covered all the monthly payments during the term of your pledge loan, okay? You paid ahead of time, advance payments. And the beauty about paying ahead of time, because you already paid it, by the time it hits the credit bureaus, it can already report as a 90% paid off loan, pledge loan, okay? So that really helps you so much. Plus, a lot of people also ask me and were expecting that once that pledge loan reports to the credit bureaus, the first time that Navy Federal reports it, that they expected a big boost in their credit right away. Sometimes it happens. It depends upon your personal situation. Sometimes it just takes a few months for the monthly payments, the on-time monthly payments to get reflected. So you would be able to see that boost in your credit score. Okay?
Oh, and that practically answered a question also from IWOW562A. That was one of his questions because he had a supposedly established monthly payment, but he paid ahead of time. So that was why he was trying to confirm if he needed to do the monthly payments. So I guess IWOW562A, hope that answers your question. Okay?
Okay. The next question is from C. Allen, and he was asking how to pay for the pledge loan. Once, let's say, he has the pledge loan and he wants to pay it back. So there is a feature on there that he saw that says Pay Now button. So you can do it from there, or you can simply do a transfer from your checking account to the pledge loan account, and you can do that, okay? That's what's so good about the app. You can just keep moving money around just using the transfer feature. So hope that answered your question. So you can pay it both ways. You can use the Pay Now button or just do a transfer. This is a question from Lord Ace. So Lord Ace, if you're listening and if you're out here, you were asking if there is a credit check for the pledge loan. And the answer is nope. It doesn't have, you don't need a credit check. It doesn't have a credit check. They won't check your credit. They won't check your credit. Okay. It is just basically based on your savings availability, the funds, and it is also the fact that you are a member of Navy Federal. This is pretty much a service that they offer. So that is the reason why I think people should take advantage of it, because it is a very generous service. There was another question from Irish Riley. So her question is almost the same as iWow over there. She was asking, do I pay next month even if it's a different due date? And this is the reason, and this is what I was talking about, that once you pay off your pledge loan and you see your statement and you paid off 90%, it will actually indicate on your account that your next due date is not the next month. It is usually on the end of the term of the loan. Now, the next question is from Mr. MacMahon TV 608, and his question was, how long does it report, or how long does it take for Navy Federal to report to the credit bureaus? And one of our members actually answered that, and he said, based on his experience, it's by Manoy Reddy. Thank you for your answer. He said that Navy Federal usually reports that at the end of the month. And he even followed with an advice that if you do a pledge loan, if you want that to report quicker to the credit bureaus, to do it at during the last week of the month, so it can get reported within that time frame. So in a week or so, your pledge loan will be reported. Now, I will answer this question as I remember that we had a member who I think did not quite, was a little confused maybe of the idea of how the pledge loan works. So I will explain here very simply, infographic style, on how that works. Okay, here's how the pledge loan works. Money in your savings account is deposited into your checking. Okay, so when you apply for a pledge loan and you get approved, the funds in your savings account, because it has to be there, will be moved by Navy Federal to your checking account. So, okay, so it's not you who would move it. So this is once you are approved, okay, because once you apply for it, 2 hours later, that money is in your checking account. Okay, now, so if you want to pay the 90% off of that loan, you do not have to come up with an extra 90% from outside to pay for that loan, okay? Practically, you just recycled your money, because the money that Navy Federal took from your savings and brought it to your checking is the same amount, is the same funds that you will pay back to your savings. You got it? So basically, you are just recycling that amount. And that is why on my $25 pledge loan hack, that video is that pretty much you are only holding up $25 of your funds, because if you have 250 coming from your savings, that 250, when you got approved for the pledge loan, is transferred to your checking. When you pay 90%, you take that 225 from your checking and pay it back to savings. Okay, so when you did the 225, you still have $25 remaining on your balance, or your account, your pledge loan. You still owe $25. But the reason why you do not want to close a pledge loan, okay, listen to me and hope that you get this, because I also had a lot of questions here asking, why don't I just pay the full balance? Okay, remember, we are using the pledge loan for credit building. And not only that, we are also trying to build our profile with Navy Federal. And when you build that profile with Navy Federal, you do not want to close that account, because guess what? If you pay that account in full, it will just be a closed account. And guess what you lose? You actually lose the on-time monthly payments that you were supposed to get and benefit from to boost your credit, because on-time payments is 35% of your credit score. And that's the reason why you don't want to close that account. And there was actually a question about that from one of our members, like, why don't you close a pledge loan? Because that is the whole purpose of the pledge loan. It helps your credit history. It gives you a great installment trade line. And that on-time payment history is just amazing, especially with the credit bureaus. So it will not only boost your internal score with Navy Federal and your profile, it also helps your credit score. And I tell you, for people who are in the low 500s or below 600 score, when you have that pledge loan, you'll be amazed how much your credit score is going to jump. I have a friend that I helped get started a pledge loan. His initial score, I think, was 520. 4 months into the pledge loan, guess what? His 520 became a 640, and he was very excited about that. And it was a good start. And like I said, you can always start somewhere. There are a lot of hacks there to boost your credit. But the pledge loan, my goodness, it is your own money. It is so simple. You are just recycling your money. You're not really risking it at all. It's just there. Okay? So, okay, that is all the questions that I have here right now. So I just wanted to make sure that I address that, because I think it is very relevant, and for people also who would be watching this video and who may have questions about the pledge loan, hopefully this answers that, okay? So thank you again, and until the next set of questions, have a great day.